Hello, this is Michele Knight. As promised, here is your unadulterated, pure, pristine, astrology only March monthly horoscope. Let's get stuck in. Hi Capricorn, how are you doing? This month is very intense, although it does offer some little uplifts of fabulous and wonder. Now Uranus, the planet of the unpredictable, is shifting signs and going into your pleasure zone, creativity, soulmates, kids. There should be a massive shift in the next 7 years, maybe starting this month, around one of those areas. And it will be a surprise, not what you're expecting. So bear that in mind, particularly as I say, it's in the children, soulmates, a love zone, adventure zone, and all that jazz. And there's a sort of little twists and turns this week in those areas, and it's all kicking off now. Now, Uranus hasn't been in this energy and flavour for you since 1942, so probably long before you were born. Most of you, not all of you, of course. It's massive, and it should be, I would say, some miraculously fabulous things. Hey boo, some miraculously fabulous things are going to be happening to you this month and in the next 7 years. But you're being shaken up. Nothing's going to remain the same. No matter what's going on for you, big changes in those areas. It's just about electrifying those areas. It's like those areas are being plugged in and zooming off in who knows what direction. Now this month kicks off with Mercury, the planet of communication, retrograde, going backwards in your communication zones. There may be all sorts of conversations that are a bit confusing. You might feel as if somebody is speaking Swahili and you don't speak Swahili, and if you do speak Swahili, come on boo, you may feel that they are speaking French and you don't speak French. It's a bit like that, and there's a lot of hand signals, but nobody is getting what they want in the conversation. Having said that, you may get somebody contacted you from the past who you do communicate well with. Perhaps you communicate with them better than anyone else, and they pop back up. And you're like, oh, it's lots of excitement around communication, but you have to be on it. Watch what emails you're sending out in case you send out the wrong one. Like you're talking to Fred and you're saying, oh, that John, I don't know if they're up to the job, and you send the email to John. That's happened to me before. Actually, someone sent me something with a similar thing, and I was like, right, not working with you. Happy days. So, just be clear. Mercury is creating mayhem. Make sure when you travel that you're arranging things so that you're going on the right day, etc., etc. Now, the new moon, and there's a lot of positive things, I have to say, to do with communication, because it's the whole flavour of your month, and it's not just focused on Mercury retrograde. We have a new moon in Pisces, which means you can surrender any ways that you communicate that you don't feel comfortable with or that are not good for you. You may even cut off communication with someone because you feel that it's not working for you anymore. Mind you might change your mind at the end of the month, but that's another story. With the Sun conjunct Neptune, you have brilliant creative ideas and a way of explaining yourself that's very beautiful, but make sure that whatever you say you can actually deliver. Because again, Mercury is retrograde. Now, when the moon joins forces with Mars on the 11th, you are going to get a clue about what this creativity, what this soulmate, what one of those areas is going to do. Because you're suddenly in your power. You feel your outward self, your inner self, your deep self, your action self all come together around the 11th. That's the 11th in the UK. Obviously, Google wherever you are and see the time difference and make that work for you. But it will affect you not just on that day. It will be, probably for the whole of that week, one way or the other. Now, the sun is shifting signs on the 20th and making you very keen to sort things out when it comes to your home and family, but you're very confident about it. There might be good times and happy days with family members. You might have the energy to transform your space, but you're feeling good about it. You're feeling positive. If you've been feeling a bit down in one of those areas, you suddenly see the light and you know what you can do to make a difference. The full supermoon is giving you an intuitive prod towards your career. So look out for a dream, a communication, an idea And also you'll be aware of what you're feeling about your career, because the moon drags up things from our unconscious. It can also be a peak experience where something fabulous happens around your career on that day. With Mercury retrograde joining forces with Neptune, again, some dreamy conversation that might be pie in the sky. Enjoy it, but don't rely on anything until the first 2 weeks of April, or after the first 2 weeks of April. Venus is shifting signs and going into your communication zone, which makes you actually very persuasive towards the end of the month. You can persuade anybody of anything. Just make sure that you mean what you say, because you could also, people find you very flirtatious and seductive towards the end of the month. And then Mercury goes direct. Happy days. And finally, Mars shifts signs, and it makes you want to get serious about transforming your health and well-being. You know, if you're into the gym or anything like that, you have extra energy, commitment, and power to do it. Come and visit me at Instagram, Michele Knight at Instagram. No, Instagram at Michele Knight. My goodness, when I get to Capricorn, my brain is a little bit mushy, forgive me. And also horoscope.co.uk, michelleknight.com for all things tarot and astrology. Love ya. Speak to you soon.